Hello traders, this is McBillion. Today is April 8, 2018, and let's talk about the market. So let's start with the spider. The spider, as you can see here, is the major trend support, and you can see the trend support is holding very well, and also the Fibonacci 257. So many of the pundits in the TVs are saying that this is broken, that this is gonna go down, that this is well. Let me tell you that it's now broken. It's just holding the major support, and there is from here high probability that we can bounce, especially because we entering a earnings report season. So for me now it's a waiting game. I have been waiting for a whole month and watching charts and getting ready to see if we can finally get a bounce from here and trade because we moving sideways here. Now, you have to be open mind. If you break down this support and finish below that support, confirming the breakdown, then this thing is gonna move down and probably gonna go to 247, 231. For now, it's holding, so I see that very short term, but the long term trend is still holding. So let's see what happens. The other one that I wanted to show you is the IWM. This is the iShares results. The small caps are also holding. There's a lot of support. We have two trend supports, a short term and a long term, multi-year. So it's holding right there, waiting for the earnings season. If the earnings season start showing back numbers, then we're gonna break down. For now, it's also waiting game. DMI is bearish, but it's holding support and price is scheme. The Dow Jones DIA is also not even close to support. It's right there. It hasn't touched the major short-term support, but there is also long-term support. There is a lot of support there, and it is Fibonacci 235. That's the key number, 235 Fibonacci support. But there is it's too many support for me to think that this thing is gonna break down. I think it's just gonna move sideways here, and traders and investors are gonna look at the numbers that the companies are gonna report from this week till the end of May to see if this thing is gonna move up or is just gonna move sideways or break down. For now, the same waiting game. Now let's talk about Apple. Apple, as you can see here, is holding a trend support of 261 to 62, and you can see here the trend support short term and long term. So still bullish. I don't see anything bearish right here. It's just with the market holding, moving sideways. Fibonacci 180 is major resistance and support. You can see here 264 to 65. For now, it's gonna wait. I think it's gonna wait here for the earnings report, which is the first day of May. So nothing to trade on Apple. Just keep it on your watch list. Deck. You can see here. This is a bullish flat on $100 major resisting. You can enter the breakout of this flap, or you can enter after you break out the $100. If it trades about $100, it can move really high. I'm talking about 120, 130. So this is bullish and it's a strong, just moving sideways inside this big bullish flat. The other one that I wanted to show you is Facebook. So this is a broken chart. So when people talk about something is broken, this is a broken chart. Trend support is broken, and you can see here it's just holding, moving sideways, some spikes, but this thing is gonna move down if the report is good or is bad. It has to be extremely good for this to move up from here and test 172. But if the report is just good, just regular report, just because there is a lot of talking about problems for the company and there's a lot of problems. So I think the key number is 150. We can short Facebook if we finish the day below 150, and the target will be 140 and then 135, 136. But I see the major support at 114, 114. This support right here, this major support. The other Fibonacci support is just not that strong. The major Fibonacci strong support is a 114. So let's see what happens. The other one that I wanted to show you is Netflix. Netflix is really strong. It went down with the market, but it's holding the 268 Fibonacci. And I think with the report that is coming, not this Monday, but the next Monday, I think this is gonna go up and test the 325 again. Netflix is bullish. Now let's talk about Pandora. I think there's a lot of opportunity here in Pandora, but of course, anything that is below $10 for me is risky. But you can throw a couple dollars in this one. I think it's a major support or near major support. But if you break down this trend resisting, I think it can go easily to $9. I think Pandora is bearish long term, but it's a nice button right here. And if you break out these levels, I think it can move up to $9. So let's see what happens. Another thing that calls my attention is DMI ADX is really low, meaning a major move is coming. Now, if you break down $4, yeah, major move is coming to $2. So you can trade either way, up or down. But I think it's a nice setup here to keep it in your watch list. The other one that I have on my watch list is Tesla. You can see this monster. This is a monster. It went down like a stone, but in 2 days, it regained everything that I lost in 2 weeks. And it's inside this major rectangle. And it's at the bottom of the rectangle again. If it confirms about Friday's high, which it was let's say 310, I think this is going to start moving up again to 380. Tesla to me right now, by gaining this inside again inside the rectangle, I think Tesla is bullish again after this major breakdown, but it's back inside the bullish rectangle. So let's see what happens. And the other one, the last one, I think this one is really bullish to me. Close this gap. This gap is closed, and you can see the trend support right here. And I think this thing is gonna move juice up from here and test the $38. I think that Twitter is bullish. I think it's gonna go up from here. Let's see what happened to the report. The last time they report, it was in February 8th. They report good, but this time they're gonna report at the end of April, and I think it's also gonna be good. And the trend support is holding very nicely with the close of the gap. I think it's just gonna high probability that it's gonna move up. So Twitter is bullish. Traders, I have a nice promotion on my website. Go to the join tab, and you can see the lifetime membership for only one-time payment. I will teach you how to trade. I will give you my alerts. I will give you my support and my mentoring for only one-time payment. This is everything for today. Right on.